Hello my YouTube beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a simple fall makeup look. I only used about 5 eyeshadows in this entire look. I think that this is perfect if you're a beginner or you're new at playing around with color. This would be a great way to kind of transition your way into playing around with more color but still have it look pretty natural, and the techniques are super easy to do. So this is the makeup look that I came up with, so be sure to keep on watching if you want to see how I got this look. Be sure to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on my future videos. I upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Alright, so let's jump into the tutorial. First, I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I always use this to hydrate my skin before I add another primer on top. Then I'm going to take this Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I'm going to use a smaller amount than I did in that video where I reviewed this. I have been taking about that much, not any more than that, and I find that it actually goes a very long way. So thank you everyone who told me that I need to use less product, because I feel like it's actually working a little bit better with using less product. Then I'm going to take the Dior Backstage foundation. I got a different shade than when I reviewed this for you. I got the shade 0N. I know it looks very fair. However, this actually does oxidize a little bit, so I'm hoping that with the lighter shade, it will oxidize to about the shade that I actually am. I'm going to take that on a beauty blender, start working this into my skin. I also knew that if I held on to the last shade that I had, 1N, I wouldn't be able to wear it again until next summer. Plus, I feel like it's easier to darken up a light foundation than it is to lighten up a dark foundation. I feel like I look white, but it's fine. Hopefully this one oxidizes like the other one did. If not, I'm gonna have to go get another color of this foundation. All right, let's see if this shade actually does oxidize. I kind of hope that it does, because right now I look very, very pale and it does not match my neck. I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me concealer and apply this underneath my eyes. I've actually been reaching for this concealer over the Tarte Shape Tape lately because I don't know, sometimes I'm just not a fan of the really, really strong, very full coverage under eye. I feel like it looks a little bit more natural to not use such a full coverage concealer. I'm going to go ahead and set it with the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. I'm running low on my Laura Mercier powder, so I'm trying to make it last by using other powders that I don't normally use. Okay, I feel like it's already oxidizing a little bit. This is a good sign, people. Why is there all this buildup in my hairline right here? I hate being that person in Sephora where like everyone else is buying stuff and I'm always the one either returning something or exchanging it for a different shade. I really like that you can return stuff at Sephora even if you've used it, because that is how I am able to test out so many products. Like if I really don't love something, I make sure that I go and return it, because I'd rather like return it and try a different product that maybe I might like more, instead of holding on to something that I don't really want to use because I am just not a fan of the product. I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. This is in the shade 20M. I would like to know what's happening right here. This is gonna drive me bonkers. And this bronzer does take a little bit to build it up, so that's why I'm applying so much. I'm gonna take the blush from Becca. This is Songbird. I really love using this blush for fall time because I feel like it's a really pretty, like dark, kind of more of an orangey blush. I'm gonna go in with this Urban Decay highlight. It's called Sin. I haven't heard anyone talk about these highlights pretty much since they came out. I still really like this shade. I'm applying it on the tops of my cheekbones, down my nose, at the tip of my nose, and then on my cupid's bow as well. Next, I'm going to start on my eyebrows. I'm going to take the Anastasia Dip Brow. And actually, before I do that, I'm just going to prime my eyelids using some Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Let me know down in the comments if that looked very strange. If you have a cheaper alternative to this eyeshadow primer potion. I have not found another like eyeshadow primer that I like as much as this. And I'm going to set that down with that same Peach Perfect powder. The thing with this look is it's mainly about the eyes. I just did what I normally do with my face makeup. There's like nothing special. I wanted this look to be more about the eyes rather than what's on my face. All right, now I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows. You guys should let me know down in the comments what videos you would like to see from me next. Is there a certain type of look that you want me to do? Do you want me to do more fall looks? Oh my gosh, that brow is perfect. It's so sad when you know that the other one is not gonna be that easy. I feel like I always have one brow that just shines and like is the star of the show, and then the other one is just attempting to look as good. They match as good as I'm gonna get them, and they actually both look pretty good. Now I'm gonna go in to my eyes. I'm gonna skew you guys a little bit closer so you can get a better idea of what I'm gonna be doing with my eyeshadow. For this look, I'm gonna be taking the Jaclyn Hill Morphe eyeshadow palette, but you can use any palette that you have that happens to have these like really warm orangey yellow shades in it. This was the first one that I saw that had these colors in it. What I'm gonna do is start with this shade right here in the palette, just to start giving me a little bit of a defined crease. And all of these shades are super warm. This eye look is really quite easy. A lot of times we think of fall looks as like 8 million different oranges, so many different reds, so many different yellows blended together, and it takes a lot of work, but you can make a really pretty fall eye look with just like 3 or 4 different eyeshadows. I'm going to be taking this shade, this bright yellow, and putting that all over my lid. I'm gonna take this dual-ended brush from the Profusion palette, pick up that yellow, and start applying it all over my lid. I don't normally do matte eyeshadow all over my eyelid, but sometimes it's nice to change it up a little bit. I always do some sort of shimmer shade, but I like doing mattes every so often. I'm just bringing that color up to my crease, but I'm not going into my crease. I'm stopping it like right about here when my crease starts. All right, now that I have that shade down, I'm gonna take a smaller, more defined brush. This is the MAC 217, and I'm gonna take the smallest amount of this orange shade right here, just like not very much. So I'm just barely adding that to my brush. And I'm coming in here and putting it in my outer V just a little bit. So you see the transition from the yellow to the orange, but it is pretty, I mean, it's pretty minimal. You want the red to show up a little bit, but just barely. Then I'm gonna take the Sigma E15. This is a flat definer brush. I'm gonna take a dark shade. Let's do maybe this brown right here. I'm going to put that really, really closely to my lower lash line, only bringing it in like maybe 1/3 of the way. I think I ended up bringing it halfway in. Then I'm taking a pencil brush. I'm gonna go back in with this orange. Whoa, what just happened? I'm gonna go back in with this orange that we used all over the lid, and I'm gonna blend out that brown. Then I'm going to take this color right here. It is the color I'm going to use in my inner corner. So any like metallic white shade would work. I'm going to put that right in my inner corner and actually bring it up a little bit onto my lid. Using a light color on your inner corner like this is really going to open up your eye, make it look like a little bit more awake. That's pretty much all I'm doing for eyeshadow. I'm going to take, oh my gosh, look at this. This is what I use to film with every day. Look at all this makeup. I need to put some stuff away. I'm going to take this brown liner from MAC. This is the shade Costa Riche. You can use any brown liner that you want. I'm going to put that on my waterline. Then I'm just going to add some mascara to my top and bottom lashes. I also think this eye look would look really pretty if you had brown eyes. So there you have it. This is the completed makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!